This is an All Sports Station production.
Welcome in, everybody. It's the coach. This is Madden 20 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the New York Giants. With that, let's get up to MetLife Stadium in New Jersey. Standing by for the call, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. Alongside my broadcast partner, Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Godden. And as we look at this matchup, every time there's something different to focus on. So I'll just ask you, what do you see here in this one?
Well, Rembrandt, you've given me a pretty blank canvas to focus on, haven't you?
Yeah.
Where do you think I'm going to go with this?
Secondary?
You know me well, right? In a game like this, it's always about the secondary. Can they handle the passing attack and make a few plays?
Aldrich Rosas, the Giants kicker, ready to go. And here we go from MetLife Stadium. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. So here's the first drive now for the 49ers. And they're led out by a guy who learned from one of the great ones in his first few years in Tom Brady. This is Jimmy Garoppolo.
When you're a backup to one of the all-time great players, if you don't spend time picking that guy's brain or just watching and observing how he does things to increase your game, then you've wasted that time. I don't think Jimmy Garoppolo is that type of a player. I think those lessons learned have a chance to transmit themselves very well.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Here we go.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Garoppolo. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Here we go.
That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. The former Purdue Boilermaker, Raheem Mostert, and he stopped immediately there. No gain that time, and it leaves him with 3rd and 11 coming up. And for this offense, yellow highlighter around Trent Williams.
As well there should be. A Pro Bowl, all-pro type of a left tackle. So mobile, you could also see him as a tight end. This guy is a terrific football player.
Here we go.
5 in the secondary now for the Giants here on 3rd.
Strip that ball.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. Not the opening possession they were looking for, especially on the road.
No doubt about it, because they wanted to come out and establish a little momentum right away. But now bringing up a 4th down, an empty possession, not what they were seeking.
So on 4th down, here's the Australia native Mitch Wishnowsky to punt this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. So now here are the Giants as they'll get their first opportunity here. And trotting out there, their tall quarterback standing at 6'5".
And I liked what his head coach told us about him this week, that no matter what happens, whether he throws 7 interceptions or 7 touchdown passes, he's the same assertive leader in the huddle on each and every play. He can throw the 7 interceptions, just blame the football, blame anything else, and still carry himself like he is the man.
It's like you, assertive in our production meetings.
Well, especially when we're talking about ordering dinner, ordering some snacks.
I was just going to say.
That's where I go.
Just like that, a pickup of 20 on their first play from scrimmage. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line.
Come on, boy. Come on, boy.
From the gun, Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Too easy, too easy.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Now Jones. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, 3rd down. Here's the offense, and we give you too much power here. We let you highlight the player. Why'd you choose Zeitler?
Because I think the big guys up front never get enough credit. Kevin Zeitler, a guard, tough, nasty. We've got to give him some love.
They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. And this is Shepard on the catch. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talked to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. 3rd down conversion here is big. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Now Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. It's hauled in by Shepard. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
Well, from their point of view, this game could not be starting out much better, could it? Force a punt on defense, and now they're moving it crisply on offense.
Crisply, I like that.
Like
that? Yeah, moving it very, very well. Looks like the defense on their heels a little bit. You put a score in here, long way to go, but you're right, that's a heck of a start.
Yeah, and I think this is where the play caller is looking at his play sheet and saying, to have that dagger play, to have that play and just finish them off right now, because I think they'd love to gain that big advantage early.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. And the 49ers on the defensive side of the football.
Jaworski Tart came out of Samford University in Alabama, and he is a guy who is an absolute flash at the safety position.
A good chance this is 4 down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. On the ground, this is Saquon Barkley. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
Now that was a big-time play by the defense. They as well knew where the first down line was, and they didn't let them get anywhere near it.
Fourth down, so on is the punter, Riley Dixon. The 49ers have Richie James back deep. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The crowd may be losing just a little bit of the edge after back-to-back punts.
They want some big plays. They want to see some offense. They want to see somebody break away, whether it's through the air or on the ground. Now it'll be interesting to see where the patience is on both sides. Each head coach, can you hang in there and not try and force something that could put your team in some jeopardy?
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. So that one will be accepted. Following the delay, here's 2nd and 9. Here's Mostert, and an alley to run. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. First down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. That time, a little misdirection really seemed to fool the defense.
And think of it this way. From the time you're in high school, you're taught to watch film and pick up tendencies. Sometimes they can use those against you, though, when they break their own tendencies and hit you back the opposite direction, huh?
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Come on.
Now Mostert. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to 2nd down.
When Leonard Williams was picked in the 2015 NFL Draft, I compared him to Merlin Olsen, and I got a lot of grief about it. Did you just see that play there? Did you see how he made that move and made that tackle? That was Merlin Olsen-esque there.
I just perked up when you said Merlin Olsen.
Yeah, a lot of people said, hey, that's too much, too far, and maybe it is early, but I think this guy has a chance of fulfilling that.
On 2nd and 12, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Here we go. 180! Coming to you.
Garoppolo to throw on 3rd and 1. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. The completion there winds up a wash, and it'll bring up 4th down. Well, if you're going to pass on 3rd and 1, you better get a first down if you complete it. They completed it, but no gain.
The aiming point has to be beyond the first down marker where you throw the ball. 3rd and 1, you can't have anything that's even close to the line of scrimmage. Otherwise, you run the risk of what we just saw there, not getting the first down.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. New York set to take the field. And last time out, they had to punt the football away. Anything positive possibly to take from that?
There always is when you're punting the football away. It doesn't sound like it because you're giving it up, but you've avoided a mistake.
At least you didn't turn it over.
You didn't turn it over, right? You're giving your defense a chance because you're punting the ball away and they're set to go on the field as opposed to sudden change after a turnover. And wow, now we got to go out there and stop people. So, yeah, there's always something positive to be gained from it.
2nd and 9 now from the 21.
I'm coming.
Jones operating from the gun. Finds his tight end Ingram. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
In today's NFL, we're accustomed to the tight end getting downfield and creating plays and wreaking a little havoc in the secondary. Not on this one, though. They diagnosed that one really well.
Tried the dump off, lost yardage. The threat of a second straight punt to start the game is looming as they come up 3rd and 10. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And Ingram hauls it in. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. 13 yards, good for a giant first down. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Let's go.
Now Saquon Barkley. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
A big part of a middle linebacker's job is being able to take on blocks and then go make plays. But the best ones, they have those big guys in front of them playing defensive line that hold blockers off of them and allow them to flow sideline to sideline and make the big hits.
From the 35 on second down, Jones eluding the pressure right. He turned that into a nice gain, gets him 8 yards closer for third down.
Ready.
Right there. 54 Mike.
Ready.
They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And Barkley did not get there. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on third.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on third down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it. Stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
Here's Riley Dixon now, as he'll kick it away for the second time.
Let's go, fellas.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. They've had it twice. They've punted twice. Not the start they were hoping for.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on third down, how big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a first down and change our momentum?
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Jabril Peppers, a former first-round pick, there on the coverage. And we look now at the defense for the Giants.
Leonard Williams was one of the top draft picks coming out of USC, and he's done nothing to diminish the comparisons people make of past greats.
Here we go.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20. To throw is Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 13 yards there and a Niner first.
Here we go.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Get off the field.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down.
Here we go.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. And it's 3rd and 5.
Here we go.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. Garoppolo again. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
If this were baseball, we'd call this small ball. Instead of pushing it downfield, they throw a short pass trying to pick up the first down, but the defense rallies to the football and stops him short, bringing up a 4th down.
Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away.
Come on, baby. Let's go.
New York set to take the field. We've seen both of these offenses still sort of in that figuring things out phase, but I suspect some action on the scoreboard soon as they start out here 1st and 10. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at the 20.
Ready.
They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
On 2nd and very short, Jones, catch made by Slayton. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
On the ready.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. The tackle by Eric Armstead.
Ready up.
50 seconds to Mike. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now.
On the draw, this is Barkley. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. The Giants on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Operating from the gun, Jones. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
The Niners have the 1st down on a gain of 11. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the screen. Pass. Check.
Mostert. And an alley. And he lost the football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And they'll start with great field position at the 41-yard line. And New York set to take the field. So far, they've had 3 drives, 3 punts. Not good.
Not good indeed, because you've got to have something to show for being out on the field. Now, sometimes, if you have a game where neither side has scored, 3 punts isn't a bad thing. But when you're trying to set the pace, get up on top in a game, you've got to show better offense and find a way to put some points on the board.
A 1st down run by Barkley, unsuccessful, as he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. That's one where you probably give the ball carrier a bit of a mulligan, right? Where was he going to go there?
Yeah, you could almost see his brain turning over from our perspective. Just put your foot in the ground and go, except there was no place to put his foot in the ground, and there was no place to go. No room to roam.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. He completes it to Tate. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And it's going to be 3rd down and a ways to go here, 3rd and 14. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. From the gun, Jones. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Nick Bosa drops him for a 4-yard loss there, and that brings up 4th down. Well, they went with the nickel. They throw in an extra defensive back. Coverage was very good.
Yeah, it was exactly as you would expect. A passing down, you bring in the nickel package. Just as you described, the coverage was excellent and allowed one of their linemen to end up getting to the quarterback.
Here's Riley Dixon now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second set?
And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. Marcus Golden, too much to handle that time, gets the sack.
Now, that was just absolute perfect man coverage. Nowhere for them to go with the football. Led to a sack, and that's really difficult to do in today's NFL with all these gazelles running around that you're trying to cover in the secondary.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Open man is Samuel, complete. And they'll get him down right at around the 11-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. The Niners on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 10. Now Garoppolo. He's going to flip one out here to his running back. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
Well, it looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been terrific so far. That's taken on the 25. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. And New York set to take the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
A 1-yard gain could look like a disaster, but it all depends on how the game is going. Is it a series of 1-yard gains running the ball? If that's the case, you might have to start thinking about throwing it a little bit more. But if it's just the occasional 1-yard run, hey, congratulations to the defense. They won that one. Come back and get them the next time.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. 49ers have an extra defensive back on the field, a nickel set for 3rd down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that will be incomplete.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. On the return, it's James. And 9 yards there on the return following a punt of 47. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3-and-out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off.
Here we go. Wait, get that quarterback!
This is Mostert. And he'll slip his way up across the 30 to the 32. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go. The Niners on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And the giant rush gets home as down he goes. Leonard Williams, the former number 6 overall pick, got the sack that time. He was trying to keep his eyes downfield. Nobody came open.
He's trying to do everything that he had been taught, right? Every bit of the technique. But if no one's open, there is no technique except make sure you hold on to the ball as you go to the ground when you're getting sacked.
Here comes the 49ers punter now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is brought in at the 21. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And that will come the offense as they take over. New York set to take the field. Now, if you're a fan of punting, and I know that not many people are, but this game kind of turning into one for you.
Well, it's okay if it's a skills contest, right? We're really into it then, but not during the course of an actual game. This has turned into a field position game, though. Sometimes a better punter may actually determine the outcome.
And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Saquon Barkley, 74 yards, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. After a fairly uneventful first quarter, that last play, that'll make a few highlight clips.
It certainly will, and you're exactly right. The first quarter almost felt like a feeling out process, didn't it? Both teams, okay, what are we going to do? Looks like they ramped things up just a little bit to start the second quarter.
Aldrich Rosas on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So they hit pay dirt on just one play. The long run, the scamper, and a very nice scamper into the end zone for the touchdown. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. And San Francisco gets set to go here. They'll be looking to match that touchdown from a moment ago. 7-0 is the score as they begin with a first down. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 27. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. That's Samuel caught left side. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 18 yards, first down Niners. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. That'll bring up 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get this past the 50 and into Giant territory. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
Playing against a 3-4 front is really challenging for offensive linemen because they can do so many different things. But when you're running the football, if you can handle the nose tackle up front and then maybe a guard can slide up to the 2nd level and block a linebacker, that's when you have success running the football.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. And New York set to take the field. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
Dancing to his left. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A 1st down, a 16-yard gain. One play has him to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Jones now operating from the gun. He's got a man. It's Corey Coleman. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
the ball.
2 minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game.
Let's go. 10-2,
We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. And an alley to run! And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
So first and 10 now from the 30.
Watch right.
Operating from the gun, Jones. This one complete to Coleman. He's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing, Jones. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here we go. 30 base.
Squeeze, double. 56. Mike, 56. Right there. 56.
Now Jones throwing on first down. We'll get this out to Barkley complete. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
Come on, set. 60 or.
Watch the twist.
From the gun, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Line of scrimmage, again the 4-yard line. 2nd and goal. On the run, it's Barkley. And he takes it into the end zone for a giant TD. Saquon Barkley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
PAT up and good by Rosas. And it's now 14-0. So that drive goes 8 plays. And the rookie Saquon Barkley, the one who finishes things off with a touchdown run. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Three receivers head out right, 1 to the left on 2nd and 3. Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And all this is taken in one-handed. What a catch. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Here comes the 49ers punter now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Giants' drive will start from deep in their territory with a 1st and 10. Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. And he's found the end zone twice, and now I'm guessing he's thinking, hey, let's find it 3 times.
And you got to figure from the defensive perspective, how has he gotten there twice? What are we going to do to keep him out for a 3rd time? How do we tighten things down? Because he and his offensive mates, they are really in sync right now.
Jones on 1st down. From behind, and he's going to be driven down. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcome everyone to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one has certainly been one-sided to this point. It's a 2-touchdown difference as the teams have already come back out onto the field for the second half. So let's get you back out as well. To Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get rolling. The Giants with a lead, and they are set to receive this kick. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And New York set to take the field. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff Spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
In your face.
Come. Ready.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Jones nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eric Armstead, credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
They need to stop to get back into this game, and here's one right to start the third quarter.
Yeah, anytime you go into the lockers with that 2-3 score deficit, you're right. You need that stop, get the football back, and they've done just that.
Series to series, play to play.
Ready.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Check.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And the pressure gets to him again. D Ford, he's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down.
I think most quarterbacks would love to have the goal line actually extend up into the air and turn into a wall. They can put their back against it and know exactly where they are on the field so they don't end up in the end zone. Didn't do it on that play, but perilously close to the goal line.
Here's Riley Dixon now as he's on to punt for New York. And he's able to get it out quickly, and this is not a bad kick here. Trailing here in the second half, went for the aggressive play, got a little too aggressive.
You've got to know when to pull up, or if you're going to go for it, how to take your body across a punter's body and not into him. Not a good play at all.
So a big break. The roughing the kicker called on 4th down leads to 1st and 10. A quick throw. Here's Shepard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
Here we go. 15 line. 15 line.
Man, I got you.
Down.
And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd.
Better bring it. You better bring it. I'm letting you know right now.
Get it.
Jones now operating from the gun. It's hauled in by Shepard. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 13 yards, good for a giant 1st down.
Ready, set.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hit it.
They'll run with Barkley.
Check 43.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a gain of 11 and a giant 1st down. It's been an excellent day for him running the football, no doubt, as he continues to soar well past 100 yards.
Yeah, it almost feels like he can just grab his briefcase and head home after putting in a full day's work at the office, doesn't it?
Down. 50. Plant.
Check 56. Come on, baby. Let's see what you do.
He's got his man. This is Tate. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football, and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
Here we go. Set. 18. Gator.
Mike 54. I'm coming.
Right up.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones. He hits his target. It's the tight end, Toilolo. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. It's a gain of 35. I guess that answers the question of whether or not they're going to try to play conservative and protect this lead in the 3rd quarter.
And I think this is something we're seeing more and more of in the NFL. Teams not playing to protect leads, teams playing to extend them.
So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10.
Watch QB drop.
This is Shepard on the catch. No gain there on the completion. 2nd and 10. Now the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result. That and good tackling can lead to no yards gained.
And they'll get this down to the 10. A solid pickup at 13 sets him up 1st and goal. It's been a remarkable day at the office for him running the football. Those yards just continue to pile well past 100.
And how about more than double-digit carries in the 2nd half alone? That's what you want as a runner, because you've got to prove to your offensive line that you're going to be as tough as they are. They don't rotate in and out on every play. Running backs often do, so those who can stay out there with their offensive linemen, those are the guys they really value.
So a solid run by Saquon Barkley and another 1st and 10 here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. A 10-yard touchdown run. And the Giants are able to add on to their lead. Always important to get the first score of the 2nd half. Now you start to pull away a little bit and get some breathing room going.
And now we find out about the fortitude of the group that's behind, because they were counting on getting into the game a little bit more, right? Maybe they get the first score. That doesn't happen. It looks almost insurmountable, but it's not. Let's see how hard they play the rest of the game.
Rosas to add the extra point. And it is now 21-0. That one in the books as a 12-play drive. And it's capped off by a touchdown run from Saquon Barkley. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Here's a look at the 49ers offense as they make their way out for their first possession of the 2nd half. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline, because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
It'll go as a first down for San Francisco on a pickup of 16. Those are the types of runs they told us they want to see more of. Look, they'd love the 60 to 70-yard runs, but those 10 to 20-yarders, they can help you win a ball game.
And that means everyone's invested because the big guys up front, that's what they do. They try and move people. But when you get your perimeter guys involved downfield, that means that they care about the running game and they know it helps their team.
Now a first down run is going nowhere. He's going to be dropped in the backfield, a loss of 2. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
We think, Brandon, I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle.
Here we go. 180!
5-5. I'm scared. Check.
Garoppolo out wide here to Samuel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll force upon him a 3rd and 14. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. Completes it to Samuel. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 45-yard line. So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. And to give this time to the tailback. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Here we go. 180!
Watch 85. Know your job. Kill.
On play action, it's Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Hey, come on now.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. Over the middle, complete to Samuel. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. 23 yards on the play. Took till the second half, but finally a red zone opportunity here. It's 1st and 10 from the 12. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel there to make the grab. And the 49ers get a score closer. Precision. That's the definition of it right there. Great pass, great catch for the score.
Yeah, people talk about arm strength all the time. Well, if you're not precise and you're not accurate, the arm strength really doesn't matter. We saw a little bit of everything with that throw.
Robbie Gould on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And now out come the Giants. They were able to extend their lead with an opening drive touchdown here in the third quarter, but that just got matched a moment ago.
So we know that what they discussed at the half worked. Now, what are the counters to that, right? You don't just run the same things over and over. Some do, but many will also show something and then come back with something else to keep the defense off balance.
They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today.
You know, it's become cliche, but we have seen it and observed it. When runners have days like what we're seeing right now, they often take their offensive linemen out for steaks afterwards, don't they? They all go buy them dinner. But after a play like that, he might reduce it, might go to the corner and just grab a hot dog or two, huh?
Hey, I mean, they've still been blocking for him well in this game. They don't get one mulligan up front.
Okay, so what we're saying then is we're going petite filet instead of porterhouse.
8 ounces. 8 ounces is good.
All right, just checking.
Barkley. And he gets them a little over half of what they needed. Now they're looking at a 3rd and 5.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Set, 8, read.
Yeah.
5.
From the gun on 3rd down. Jones. That's complete to Slayton. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
Ready. 90, Wolf.
Here we go.
Snap.
A first down carry for Barkley. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Partner, I know my grade school teachers never would believe this, but I can absorb a lesson. I think there's a lesson in this one. He's having a great day running the football, but occasionally they're going to find a way to stop you, aren't they?
Yeah, this time the defense stepped up in what's been so far a tough game for them. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Right, 54. Oh, here we go. Oh.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Here we go. 60 outlaw.
Me and you all day. I'm coming after you.
Get it.
On 2nd and 11 now. Jones. Caught right side, Tate. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 43. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, this is a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 43. Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for Caden Smith, the tight end, but it'll be 2nd down. So second down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Now Jones to throw again. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Giants on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 17. Now Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he can only manage to take the football to the 40, and that is well shy of the first down marker. They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th. And just in general, Charles, on a play like that, how tough is it for the defense to account for a running back essentially being a receiver downfield?
It's very difficult, especially if the running back has skills like a receiver, and you're aware of that before the game even begins. So throughout your practice sessions, you're going to want to be aware of him. Where is he lining up? What can he do? What kind of damage can he do to us downfield? And who can match up with him without weakening our overall defense? You're exactly right. It's a tough task to match up to him.
Let's go, baby.
Now this one now not over yet, Charles. You've got a sliver of hope on that other sideline.
You certainly do, because that would have made it a 3-score game, and that probably would have been curtains at that point. But now if they can get down the field quickly and somehow get the ball back one more time, we may have a different ball game.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Garoppolo now. That's going to be caught by Samuel. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 18 yards, first down Niners.
Partner, this is one of the best routes anyone can have in their offensive playbook. Tough to defend because you think it's a go route, and then he breaks it back on the comeback. But there's one other thing you need as well.
A well-thrown ball.
Exactly right. You have a guy who has some precision in throwing the football because of the timing of the route.
Here we go, here we go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Not enough there for a first. No gain, as a matter of fact. And it leaves them at 3rd and 1. The Niners on 3rd down. Just 1 conversion in 8 tries. Not good. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Now Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. Garoppolo to his tight end Kittle for a Niner first down. And in a 2-score game, obviously, every play, every 3rd down, like we saw there, magnified. Big pickup.
It was a huge pickup. What they really want, though, is to not even get to 3rd down. They've got to maximize time and conserve as much as possible.
Here we go, here we go. 180!
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
Garoppolo on first down. Completes it to Benjamin. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
I'm going to run you over.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
Here we go.
Right there, 54 Mike. Here it comes. Mike 54. Mike 54.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, it was 3rd and 1. I was expecting run, so much for that. They pass it, they score it.
That had the feel of the head coach telling the offensive coordinator, you've got 4 downs here. We're going to go for it on 4th down unless there's a disaster on 3rd. Go ahead and take a shot if you want to. And he gratefully accepted the opportunity and did exactly that. If they didn't get it there, that had the feel that they would come back and try it on 4th down.
Gold able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the end result for the 49ers, a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is fielded at the goal line. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. This game is really flipped on its head. 2 unanswered touchdowns by the other side, and now they take over here with just a very slim 1-score lead.
And we've seen this how many times now? Teams get a big lead, they go into coast mode, and all of a sudden they're scrambling and battling for a win down the stretch. They've got to put something together right here, otherwise they're in danger of doing the old snatching defeat from the jaws of victory.
The recipe's pretty simple, I think, right? Just give your superstar the ball, continue to feed him.
Yeah, don't overthink this one, right? Make sure he's touching the football, but you're also counting on his intelligence in playing the game as well. If it's not there, don't force the run. Just make sure you hang on to the football and keep the clock ticking.
Again, it's Barkley. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 7 yards there and a 1st down.
And that's the type of run that they're looking for because they'll need to continue to rely on him to move the sticks in this tight game in order to preserve this lead.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Operating from the gun, Jones. Looking left sideline, incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Sterling Shepard, and that'll bring up 2nd down. From the 34, they'll come to the line on 2nd and 10.
And let's get in them holes. 6
Ready?
It's Barkley on the counter. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 1st down for the Giants as they pick up 12. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Ready?
54, right there. 54 Mike. Hey, here we go.
Jones on 1st and 10. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up second down.
Under 10, 5.
Throwing, Jones finds his tight end Ingram, and he'll get it down here to the 43. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then, of course, they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Looking to throw. Jones. Oh, no, he lost the football. This drive's taken more than 3 minutes off the clock already as they come up on second down. This is Barkley, and an alley to run. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. First down for the Giants as they pick up 12. Starting to feel a little to me like the air is coming out of the balloon, so to speak, defensively.
They're taking their will from them right now. That's what they're doing. Whatever they want to call, it's working. They're handling things up front, and it's not just the offensive line. It's everyone. You're seeing the guys on the perimeter blocking downfield and making sure that they're secure. So, yeah, you're exactly right. The air's out of the balloon, and right now they're almost lifeless.
Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. A give to Barkley out of the gun. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And that is incomplete.
Sometimes it looks pretty simple, batting the ball away, but oftentimes there's some pretty good teaching and practice that goes into it. Being able to get to the receiver, not interfere, and get his hands through the football and knock it away.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. This to perhaps salt this one away. And Rosas puts this one through. And that will push the lead up to double digits now at 10. A big one there. That gives them a little cushion and makes it a 2-score game.
Yeah, bled a little time off the clock, put some points on the board. It's not totally out of reach yet, but it has to feel pretty good to them right now because as a defender, you go out on the field and say, guess what? You can put some points on the board, but that won't beat us.
After the field goal, here's Rosas to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line.
Here we go.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. The completion good for 3, and it's second down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
Four receivers now in the formation. 3 to the left, 1 to the right on 2nd and 7. To throw, it's Garoppolo. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Garoppolo. That is incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10.
Rip left, rip left.
Now they'll run on the draw. And a 6-yard gain gets them right around the 43. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Here we go, here we go, here we go. Wait,
It's our time, guys. It's our time.
To throw is Garoppolo. He's going to let it fly. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
And I think we'll probably see him go for it here on 4th down. No reason not to. Down a couple of scores, they have to try and make something good happen.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. And he's going to have his running back. It's complete. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. One crisis averted, but they still need to move hastily.
Mike 55, Mike 55.
Garoppolo to throw. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask. Well, when you're leading in the 4th quarter, that's not the penalty you want.
Not at all, and now your discipline comes into question. Having poise this stage of the game, you can't have those kind of plays.
And now it's 1st and 10, a big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Now Garoppolo. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation, and there the defense won the battle. Back to throw, Garoppolo. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That'll be a pickup of 10 as they try to recover from this 10-point deficit. Of course, remember, you need a touchdown here and a field goal.
Doesn't matter the order, but they have to get it done and get it done fast.
Here we go.
They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down.
Mike, 55. Check, 55.
And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Whether it's a touchdown or a field goal, whatever it is, they need to score quickly here on first down. They fake the give. Now Garoppolo looks to throw. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board.
Here we go.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And it's caught. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. And now the Niners going to signal for their third and final timeout as they get it with just 19 seconds left on the clock.
Here we go. Like 20.
Garoppolo again. And it's caught. He's got it for a late touchdown, but probably a little too late. It would take a miracle of epic proportions if they're going to pull this one off. Coming from where they were, they knew this was going to be tough, but they got the touchdown. Now they need the miracle, the onside kick and a little extra.
Yeah, and you have to get the onside kick and not have the ball bounce around a lot and eat up time. You want to be able to grab it, possess it, and get your offense out there for what you just termed a miracle last chance.
And there's going to be a stoppage here. The booth wants to take another look at this potential touchdown. It took them an extra look, but they found out it is a touchdown indeed. The official says this one counts. Gold with the extra point, and now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive, 12 plays in length, and it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. So 15 ticks remaining as they line up for the onside kick. And this will be recovered by the Giants. And that ought to just about do it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they? Because nothing came easy. Every snap was a major league brawl. They had to win at the line of scrimmage, win downfield. They got all those things accomplished. But to win a close one like this, you know, every team wants to be physical. We've heard that a million times, right? But those who are mentally tough, those are the teams that you have to deal with in the playoffs. This was that type of a game.
So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.